Gather close, my friends, and let the firelight dance upon your faces. For tonight I will tell you of the raven who stole the sun. Listen well, for this is no simple fable. It is a tale of trickery and longing, of light's triumph over endless night. And it sings of the cunning heart of Raven, that feathered trickster who flies between worlds. Long ago, when the world was new and all lay shrouded in darkness, the people huddled in cold caves, their hearts heavy with despair. The sun was not yet set free. It was held captive in the sky house of Chief Beaver, guarded jealously by the beaver folk who feared its blinding brilliance. Under their watch, no dawn pierced the gloom. Each morning the world remained pitch. No rosy light, no warm glow to chase away the chill. Rivers ran black as obsidian. Forests stood in silhouette, and the people wept beneath a blanket of stars. It was Raven who first grew tired of the endless night. Perched upon a windswept crag, he imagined himself a shining jewel in the sky, free to glimmer across the land. His feathers ruffled with desire, and his clever mind began to spin a plan. He would steal the sun, and with it, free every creature from the beaver's tight grasp. Yet he knew he could not storm the sky house in brute force. No, Raven's strength lay in cunning, in the shape of illusion and wile. So Raven took on the guise of an old, bent woman, shuffling through the forest with a gnarled walking stick. His voice croaked like dry leaves rattling in the wind when he hailed Beaver. "Great chief," he crooned, "I have traveled many leagues seeking healing. My kin lie chilled to the bone by this unending dark. Might you spare a sliver of your precious light to warm their hearts?" Beaver, protective and proud, peered at the hunched figure through beady eyes. "How can I trust your words?" Beaver clicked his teeth. "Why should I share what is mine alone?" Raven feigned a trembling cough, his costume flawless. "Because," he whispered, "I bring word of a stolen treasure far worse than darkness. The Great Glacier of the North it calls itself, and already it grows, threatening to freeze your dam beneath its crushing weight." Beaver's curiosity pricked. A glacier? Its icy power could indeed undo his river fortress. The news, true or false, would spur any cautious mind. Beaver's whiskers twitched. "Show me this glacier," he demanded, and Raven, still in the guise of the old crone, nodded vigorously. "Follow me," he beckoned, turning and tripping just beyond Beaver's dam, stamping his feet as though calling unseen horrors. Beaver, alarmed, scurried after him, through tangled roots and murky pools. The two pressed deeper into the forest until at last they reached a clearing. There, beneath a great cedar, Raven shed his disguise in a flourish of black feathers and brilliant wings, leaving the astonished Beaver stunned by his true form. But Raven spoke softly. "Behold the glacier." He pointed skyward, where the first sliver of sun hovered at the edge of the forest. Beaver, unaccustomed to the light's warmth, blinked against its glow and shielded his eyes. In that moment of dazzled confusion, Raven darted forward, snatching the sun in his talons. The orb pulsed against his feathers like a golden heartbeat, and he let loose a gleeful caw. "Your glacier was naught but shadows, Beaver, and now this light is mine." A roar of anger shook the trees as Beaver charged, but Raven was gone. He soared upward, weaving through branches, carrying the sun high above the treetops. As he climbed, the golden light spilled across the world. Rivers gleamed like molten gold, forests turned emerald under the sun's warmth, and caves blossomed with glowing dawn. The people emerged, shielding their eyes, joy breaking free in laughter and tears. Mothers kissed their children's cheeks. Hunters raised offerings of salmon and berries to the glowing sky. Even the starlings and finches sang trills of gratitude. Yet Raven, in his triumph, was reminded that no light remains perfumed forever. As he flew, the sun's heat became too mighty to grasp. His black wings began to singe. His clever mind roiled with pain. Desperate, he sought refuge in a wide river's mist. With a final shuddering effort, he let the sun drop into the water, where it shattered into radiant fragments that rose like bubbles to reclaim the sky. Each piece found its place in the heavens. The moon took a gentle arc. Stars formed their cold fires, and the grand orb of the sun settled at noon, forging the cycle of day and night. Raven fell into the river with a gasp, his feathers scorched and his pride dented. But as he pitched into the current, people ran to its banks, reaching in with hands of thanks. They wrapped him in warm pelts, nursed him until the sting of embers eased, and wove tales of his daring for generations. In time, Raven's feathers regained their luster, though still marked by a glowing patch upon his breast, a reminder of his fiery deed. And so it remains. Each dawn we greet the sun's bright face. Each dusk we bid farewell to its golden grace, all because Raven, the trickster, dared to steal what no one else would share. His daring gift made the world a place of warmth and growth, of laughter and song. Even today, if you listen to the wind, you might hear his distant caw echoing across mountain passes, urging us to remember that from cunning and courage can spring the greatest of lights.